this time it's your boy Sean.
Greetings and salutations, Wikimaniacs, and welcome back to Reddit on Wiki. I am your master of ceremonies for today's episode. It is I, the Punny Pinoy John, and as usual, you never know what version you're going to get from him. He can be an asshole today or not. He's sweet and then sour. Give it up, Josh L.
I want to say that was my evil mustache phase, and now the mustache is gone, the beard's back, so we're the evil Josh is gone.
And last and certainly not the least, the man who can satisfy your most erotic fantasies for the low price of $25.
Wow.
Looking handsome as always today, the handsome Sean Hemsworth. What's good, bro?
That's not me. Again, not my Reddit name. That's somebody else. Just a fan of the show, fan of me.
Right.
But yeah, I'm good. I'm good today.
Yeah,
I
looking good.
literally just got back from my office. I was late. I got fucking wrecked today. But I'm here. I think we're all a little bit wrecked. Monday energy. But
Yeah, we
love
don't
you
usually
guys.
record on Monday, but we'll make it.
We'll make it. I don't have anything. I do have water. So
That's all I got too. So
Same.
oh, sweet.
Water
hydrate
bros.
for the Monday. Let's go.
Oh, I like that. That's a new tagline. Okay, that's what's up. That's a new merch coming.
Yeah, our water bottle will now be on the store.
Oh, we do need. Yeah, we should do a water bottle.
Yeah.
That's genius.
That's
Hydrate for the
genius.
Mondays.
Yeah.
Ooh, I like that. So this week's
Wet
menu.
for smut, maybe. I don't know.
God. You have
Wet
to bring it in.
Wednesdays.
Titillating Thursdays. How about that?
I like
Oh
it.
God, we're gonna have a calendar with a different name tag for each day.
I actually wanted to bring it up to Wikimaniacs. I did send a video to the guys on our. We have a Slack channel that we got going on, and it was a TikTok video of a couple of friends, and they did like kind of like a sexy shoot, like.
Yeah.
And I was like, we should do this for Patreon exclusive.
Imagine
Or
the
we
first time we meet is us fucking getting wet for a sexy calendar.
Well, that would be
No
you know what?
introductions.
That would track. That would track with our interactions with each other. So
True.
That's true.
True. That would be something that, hey, maybe Patreon stretch goals. We'll have a nice little calendar of us. And
God. Our,
stretching.
our wives and girlfriends would have to approve.
oh,
Don't be
my
taking
wife
the
is the one that
pictures.
sent me that video. She was like, hey, you should do this with the guys. I'm like, oh, okay. I'll send it to them.
yeah, I think as long as we give them a free copy, I think they're okay.
Of course.
That's probably true.
Yeah, they get like, they get exclusive access to this. So,
It's true.
share a little bit of love to the Wikimaniacs. But that's not something I want to share to the
No.
world. So this week's menu, one of our listeners, MD from Instagram, sends us a wild thread from a dude who is absolutely obsessed with a girl and won't accept that she isn't interested.
Gross.
And there's like 10 million parts of this, so I picked like 3 of them. They're all kind of relatively short, but I kind of want to get your thoughts on this. We then have a listener sent story and also posted on our Reddit on Wiki subreddit. So hint, you should
Ooh.
head over there, by one of our amazing listeners, Drella, titled Petty Revenge, Fuck Around and Find Out.
Sorry, Sean's zooming in and out. It's
Sorry,
freaking me
I was
out.
trying to find I was trying to do like a gradual thing, but then it just keeps automatically going ham.
I
Sorry.
didn't even know you could do that.
Distracting.
Sorry for audio listeners.
Apologies. Yeah, more reason to check out the YouTube.
Yeah.
Also,
just
who
hit
knows if
3,000.
that'll even track, knowing my camera and laptop situation.
True.
Dun, dun, dun. And then we hop on to r/true off my chest, where the OP titled their story, I'm a gold digger.
Oh,
So
well, at least they're upfront with it, I guess.
that's true. And then we finish off the episode with r/confessions, where OP tells a tale of them shitting themselves on a bus ride.
This is my kind of story. Here.
Sounds
Yes.
like if I had a nickel, I wouldn't need your $25
For every time I shit myself.
Oh,
on
God.
a bus specifically.
Have you?
Have I ever shit myself? Not like a full turd, but I mean, yeah,
I've had
everybody's
some
had a
stains
wet.
there. Yeah,
Everyone's had a
that's
wet
true.
fart before. You know what I mean?
Oh, God. Let's not talk about
And
of
for
course,
the $25 tier, I will ship you my sharded stained
Oh.
boxers.
Wow.
this
The
is getting out of
Manscaped
hand. I'm nervous for like if I ever shit in my pants because a lot of my boxers have so much holes in them, like, and I still haven't replaced
Dear
it.
God,
And it'll
John.
just overflow.
Jesus.
Drop the Venmo so people can buy you boxers.
That's true. Hey, my
Just-
guy,
oh,
like I don't
Manscaped.
spend.
Yeah, I
That's
was
why
gonna
you
say
got
go
the
to
Manscaped boxers.
That's true. I have like, most of my boxers that are not Manscaped have such a bunch of holes in them. I'm so cheap when it comes to clothes. But anyways, and would it be a Monday episode if we didn't have a This Day in History written by our very own Alex Underbrocki from the Cultivate Network and host of the amazing Weird Distractions podcast. But before we get started, if you love what we do, consider leaving a 5-star review on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or write us one on our website at redditonwiki.com. Sorry if you hear a tippy tap in. Chloe is under me right now. And feel free to follow us on social media on Instagram, Twitter, and have a conversation with us on our Discord. And if you want opinions from fellow Wikimaniacs while we catch up on listener submissions, head on over to our subreddit at r/Reddit on Wiki. All the links on our show notes and our website. And if you want to support us financially, consider copying some merch or join our Patreon. Again, links on the show notes. We have so much patrons to shout out. So, and we're hitting pretty close to 100. So we'll do a Hot
Yeah.
Ones episode for you guys. And if you want bonus stories and if you want ad-free episodes, we're going to give you all the shout out preceding this day in history so we can get with our episode started today.
Yeah, and I looked up the Hot Ones thing. They do sell the packs of hot sauce, like with counting up to the least hot to most hot. So we can get like the packs of those sent to us, and then we can do it. Yeah, I'm excited.
Oh, it's happening.
I'm liking it.
It's happening. All
My
right.
toilet will not be liking it, but
Yeah, John's underwear will not be enjoying
Well,
it.
not, but hey,
he'll wear the Manscaped for those.
Yeah, no, he can't ruin those. Those are only
no,
the good
those are
ones.
my only good ones. So I'm
Those are
gonna wear
only
the shitty one.
Reminds me of
God.
that Spider-Man meme, where he has all the holes in his suit. People are like, most guys' underwear, watching them spend their stimulus checks on fucking gambling or some shit.
I spent mine on food on stimulus checks. So.
You know what? That's a fair trade.
Yeah. Who's gonna fucking see me in my boxers anyway? So like, why does it matter? It doesn't bother
The
me.
Wikimaniacs when the calendar comes out.
Yeah.
Now you have to wear those holy boxers.
Oh God. Do you want to see all that? All that ass? Oh God.
That'll be a
and Jesus Christ. Josh, before we get started, do you happen to have any reviews or comments on YouTube, TikTok, or Discord that stood out to you this week?
Yeah, I got two that I think Sean will enjoy. So, so the first one, it's a shorter one, but it comes from LKC, and it says, "Would actually Venmo Sean $25," and then they gave us a 5-star and said, "Came to the show notes to Venmo Sean $25." It is not in the show notes because I don't put it there.
Rude. Carson, fix that, please.
Until
Actually,
you send me.
I have
Yeah,
the
you
login. I could just get in there and
You have access.
yeah.
But will you?
Yeah, I don't know. I'll say this though. I'll say this. While funny reviews, don't be about the talk. Be about that action. My Venmo has not seen those $25.
Well, he probably went to the show notes to try and find it, and then realized he couldn't find it, or she
Yeah, if
couldn't
you're
find
listening
it.
to the pod, Carson is now editing. Don't edit this out, Carson. The Venmo is at SEANSNTPOD. Love to see that. Thank you, Carson.
Oh God.
You need to make a commercial of just you shilling your Venmo account.
Yeah,
I
that we
mean,
just
most
put
of
in
the
middle.
audio is gone to the trenches because Josh has been audioing or editing
True.
it out.
The other one, speaking of Sean's Venmo, Ollie Janelle, I think, gave us a 5-star review titled, "Today I fucked up by being broke." So I found these guys a while back on TikTok and have been hooked ever since. They drew me in with crazy wiki adventures and left me binge listening to the endless Reddit stories. I love you guys, and I'm grateful to be able to listen to you and grow together and have fun doing it. My only regret is being a broke college student who can't afford to be a patron. As soon as I can, I might just be tempted to join that $25 tier. Thanks for everything, boys. So that
Thank
was,
you.
yeah.
Thank you so much.
And I mean, You don't have to be a patron. we appreciate you.
Yeah, we
writing a
appreciate you
review.
already.
Yeah, yeah. and
Put
listening.
them $25 to food that you can get as a college student. We know
Hell yeah.
$25 goes a long way with them top ramen. So
College is expensive, so you definitely.
You
But
get
will-
as soon as you
$25.
graduate, though, I'm gonna need that check.
we need
Sean's
back
like,
pay.
Yeah, Sean's, write me a check for every month you have been listening.
Yeah, the interest is accruing.
Jesus Christ, you're a
Jesus.
horrible person.
Uh,
Oh shit, Josh, you got any more? Or is
no,
that
those are the
everything?
ones I wanted to hit because I thought they were funny. There are tons more that we'll get to eventually, but yeah, those were the ones I figured Sean would enjoy.
I did
Awesome.
enjoy. Be about that action, guys. Be about it.
Oh shit. All right, so we're actually gonna get started with our episode today. And our first story actually is Instagram recommended by one of our listeners, MD. They actually sent the update for remember our live stream? Was it our live stream episode when it was the guy who played a prank on his girlfriend? That was our live stream, right?
Could have been. Honestly, they all blend together at some point.
When he told him to call and then it was his friend.
Yeah, that was one of mine.
Yeah.
I think that was live stream.
That was live stream. Anyways, they found the update on an update on the women's perspective on that one.
Oh.
But when they sent it to me, it was banned by
Reddit?
the mods took it
Yeah,
out.
yeah, yeah.
So I'm still trying
Damn.
to get the update for it. Once I get it, then I'll go ahead and give you guys the update or
Oh,
give it to one of you guys to read.
Send me the link. I can get it.
Okay, yeah.
I'll do my
I'll send it
magic
to
while
you.
I'll do my magic while you do the show.
If
Are you
they-
connected to the dark web, Josh? How are you gonna go back in time and get that?
It's called the Wayback Machine, is what I use.
Oh, what you
works-
got on that we don't have?
Well,
We'll do it later because we have a bunch. If
Yeah.
anything, I'll give it to Sean for his next episode, and then he can give us the update. So he has one less thing to search for.
Love that for
Wow.
me.
See,
I was gonna
I
say,
got you. I got you, Sean.
he doesn't have much to search for.
All right. So again, this is from our listener MD. They DM'd us on Instagram, and it's a massive thread of something from r/best of Redditor updates, where the title is OOP is obsessed with a girl and won't accept that she isn't interested.
Sounds
Alright.
like also nice guys.
You'll
Also
see.
Kyle or whatever the fuck it's called.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll read 3 of the sections because there's like at least 10 of them.
My God.
But 3 of them was like they started posting all over Reddit. So I found some of the
Oh.
best ones, and it gets pretty interesting. Okay. So the first one reads as this: girl in my class, 18 female, likes me, 17 male, but her jealous friends are trying to keep us apart.
Oh
So,
no. This
I've
is
gotta
sad. Because that's not the case, my guy.
It's
not
I
the
don't
case.
think that's the case.
It is not. So I've got a thing for this girl in my class, and I'm like 99% sure she feels the same way. After all, we've got a ton in common: video games, movies, etc. She says hi to me and we talk every day, or at least we used to. The problem is her friends are toxic as fuck and keep telling me she's not into me and is only being nice to me out of politeness. She doesn't really talk to me anymore, only passing wave or greeting, and any conversation I try to make with her is cut short. This is obviously due to her friends telling her not to interact with me.
Jesus.
I've asked her out multiple times, but she keeps giving me excuses like she's busy or she has to hang out with her friends. It's pretty
Dude.
clear her friends are forcing her to hang out with them instead of me because they're jealous of her and want her to stay single.
Man, this is why people ghost people, because like
Yes.
some people just can't take a hint. She's trying to be
No.
nice and let you down easy and say,
Oh,
"Hey, I'm
absolutely.
busy every single night you ask me."
Because I don't want to be with you.
Yeah, he's like, "Oh, are you free to watch a movie?" She's like, "No, I'm busy that night." And he's like, "I didn't even say a night."
Oh God. They even forced her to tell me she wasn't interested when I straight up asked her to be my
Oh, no.
girlfriend.
Come on, dude.
Asked her to be your girlfriend.
Oh,
Jesus, that's
it gets
0 to
better.
0 to 100. Holy.
I feel bad for her. Honestly, she must feel like these friends are the only friends she'll ever have, and that's why she's so loyal to them. I tried telling her that she shouldn't listen to her friends, but she denied that she was and ended up blocking me. It's really sad what they're putting her through.
Oh my
Jesus.
God, dude.
Oh
bud.
God. So What should I do? As much as I don't want to ruin some of her friendships, it's pretty clear that they aren't real friends. And yes, she is definitely into me. After all, she has no logical reason not to. We have the
Oh,
same interests, and I know she's not shallow enough to reject me purely based on looks.
Uh, oh my god, dude! It takes way more than just a few interests. Like you listed what three things, and you're like, we're compatible. We love each other. It's like, dude, it takes way more. And she's like, if she is into you, it doesn't matter what her friends would say. She would at least go on a date with you. So most people, anyway, I would assume. But yeah, dude, advice for you is just leave this poor girl alone, please.
yeah, please.
Absolutely.
I do admire your confidence that legitimately, you think there's no other reason. You're just you're just
I
too
don't have that shit.
cool,
I was
too
gonna say,
hot. There's no other reason than
I,
the fact that she's being manipulated.
I wish I had
So
10% of your confidence.
yeah,
Same here.
kudos to the confidence. I will say take it down a notch. She's definitely not into you.
Yeah.
And even if that's the case, even if she was getting manipulated or blah blah blah, I mean, at some point you gotta be like, well, I, don't want to be with somebody who,
Easily
I have
influenced.
to, pull teeth just to get on a date with. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You want to be with somebody that wants to be with you regardless. So, my advice to you is, yeah, leave this person alone and find somebody that you don't have to fucking bully into
Yeah.
going on a date with you. And
Oh.
also, take it down a notch a little bit on the confidence. I need you to be a little bit more humble. Uh, I don't know. It's I don't the
But the
audacity to be like, "Your friends are what's keeping us apart," and then her straight up telling you to your face like, "No, dude, I'm just not into it."
yeah,
And you
I
still
would
being like, "You'll have other friends, I promise."
yeah, because that builds into like if they ever did get into a relationship or if he gets into a relationship later down the lines, like he's gonna isolate you from friends, basically, is kind of what he's saying.
Mhm.
Oh, good point.
Which is dark. So
That is dark.
huge red flag.
Yeah, never good.
You guys ready for an update?
Yeah. Well, no,
Okay.
but
Oh, and
yeah.
oh,
I'm telling you,
okay.
there's a ton of this shit.
Oh, I thought
So
that was the 3 sections. You have 2 more of
no,
this
you
guy.
have two
Oh,
more. Yes.
buddy.
Holy.
He
Like when I
I'm
say
I
sections, they're like sections.
I'm assuming he did not follow our advice.
Well, the update reads as this. Title is self-explanatory. This girl who I mentioned from my last post is pretending she doesn't like me when she obviously does.
Good God,
Mm,
brother.
As my last post stated, her friends were trying to keep us apart. I guess they have some kind of grudge against me for some reason. They kept telling me to leave her alone and that she isn't into me. I knew they were lying because she never told me that, and she expressed interest in me by saying hi to me every day, laughing at my jokes, and expressing interest in the same stuff I'm into, such as the Joker movie, Tarantino.
Oh, that explains it all. That explains it all, brother.
no,
Which is
dude.
crazy because he does have a post that's saying like he's starting to feel like Arthur Fleck. So
Oh god.
I've never watched The Joker, but I
it's
have
good.
seen an insane correlation of people who like love The Joker and them being like this.
Yeah.
Great movie,
Which
by the way.
is oh,
It's a
okay. Well, never mind. That takes one off the ratio.
I don't know. It's a good movie. I wouldn't say it like people build it up more than it is, I think. It's like it's good, but it's not like a revolutionary piece of like
Yeah.
some people talk. That's and I think that's what Sean's talking about. There are people that are like, "Oh, this is the best movie of our generation." And it's
Okay.
like,
I see what you're
"No,
saying.
tone it down. Tone it down. That's
It's a good
Endgame.
movie. Yeah,
That's
it's a good movie.
Endgame." So I think that's who Sean's referring to, those type of people.
Okay. Makes sense. So sadly, she eventually told me she wasn't interested and blocked me after I asked her out. Something her friends obviously made
Oh
her
my
do.
god, dude. Oh, sorry, he's just delusional then.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, she's still acting like she's not into me. Although now I feel like she's trying to test me to see how far I'll go to be with
Holy
her.
shit, brother. My God.
That
no,
is
no, no,
creepy.
no.
No.
I'm trying to express to her that I really do like her and that I'll do anything for her to go out with me, but it's not working. What do I do for her to get over the charade and admit her
Stop.
obvious feelings for me?
Yeah, dude, there are, and like clearly you don't seem like you're in the right headspace.
Yeah.
But there are millions of other women in your area, probably like within a, you know, I don't know where you live, but probably within a 10-hour radius. You could find someone that's interested in you, where you don't have to stalk them basically, and like berate them with your quote unquote love.
Yeah. If
And
there's one more
yeah.
section of this, I feel like it's only going to get worse. And I already here is where it should stop. This should be I mean, last one should have stopped.
The
Third
last
one,
one that I'm gonna give you is actually quite comedic. That's why I chose to do a third
okay.
one. Otherwise,
Thank God.
it could get pretty dark.
This is getting dark already. I'm
I'm
like,
I'm
Let
hoping
me
it's like, oh, I went and got mental health help and realized that I don't need that. I
let
don't
me
need her.
let me just briefly read some of the titles of the posts that they had, and then but I'll let the Wikimaniacs do their research. I will post this link on the show notes so that way you can indulge yourself later on,
Oh,
Wikimaniacs.
there you go.
So one of the other posts title is saying starting to feel like Arthur Fleck. So again,
Oh,
the Joker thing.
jeez.
The next one is I, 18 male, am thinking of catfishing this girl I'm talking to in order for her to
No.
safely confess her feelings to me.
What? So you want to catfish as another dude so she can express her interest in that person so that you can trick
Yeah,
her as that person to confess for love for another person like
yeah.
you
damn.
basically. That
I could have
is
just done a whole episode on this shit.
you
There's
could have.
there's a lot of yeah, you need help, my
I'm
friend.
think I'm thinking of a 10-part mini series we could do.
We could do something like that.
Low key, this
Wikimaniacs,
is
if
the
you
Manti Teo NFL story,
oh,
but on
I heard it
Reddit.
was a really good documentary. I still need to see it.
I'm 2 episodes in. The first 5 minutes, I'm like, yo, what?
Oh
Oh
my god,
jeez.
former San Diego Charger, unfortunately.
Doesn't sound good if you're comparing it to this story. So
Yeah. And then other title says, I'm white. Does cosplaying Lucian give me the N-word pass?
no, holy shit,
Whoa,
no.
that's
Oh
another
my god.
section of this.
There's like,
What
This
the
is all the
fuck?
same user.
it's the same user. The last story that I'm actually gonna read out, it's kind of quite comedic because I can kind of relate in terms of what he's describing, but not like I would never be that type of person. Okay. So one of the titles says, you can't preach body positivity while refusing to date short men.
I mean, fair.
I
Yeah.
guess. Like, I don't know. That it's always tough. Like, people are allowed to have preferences, you know what I mean? Both
Yeah.
ways. Like, it's when you make it a when you're outwardly expressing your preferences to demean other people, I think that's where it gets problematic.
Yeah. And this is where I leave it to because I think this is the funniest one out of the whole thread. But he doubles down and the guy goes, short men are the most oppressed group in America, but
Oh,
nobody
Okay,
no.
take
cares.
it down a
No,
notch,
no,
buddy.
no,
Take it down a
no.
notch.
Did you say
This is
he's
a
white?
yes.
Right? Yeah, no,
Yeah.
you're absolutely not oppressed at
Let
all.
let's finish this thread out. So I see social justice movements all over social media meant to help oppressed groups. Horrible already comparing your situation to
Oh,
everything else.
yeah, dude.
And yet there is no movement for the rights of short men like myself. And unlike those groups, short men are actually systematically discriminated against.
Ah.
Whereas it is illegal for a company to not hire someone because of their race or gender, or for a church to deny same sex marriage, it is perfectly socially acceptable and even normalized for a woman to turn us down purely because of our height and nothing else. This is complete and utter BS and should be changed. I'm not saying those other groups don't deserve equal treatment, but I am saying that people who call themselves fighters for social justice, who denies the struggle of short men, need to be called out on their hypocrisy.
All right, I gotta tell you this, buddy. It's not off your height. Just look at your Reddit history. Uh,
Yeah.
you're
True.
very deeply problematic. Second of all, my two best friends, Chris and Ryan, short kings, even shorter than our short king John. Uh,
Ain't me.
they are either wifed up or engaged to be wifed up. Your shortness is not your problem. Also, John, happily married, wifed up.
Oh,
Yep.
It's
yes.
not your height, brother. It's a whole lot of other things.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Many things, all of which John has listed today. Yeah, dude. Like I get you could feel maybe like looked down upon, pun intended. Uh, sorry.
Ouch! I kind of felt that.
But like people are allowed to have
Arthur
preferences.
fist.
I
Pain.
but like your height doesn't have to define you. You can be like your personality is what defines you. And if you're confident in who you are, then that shouldn't matter. And you'll find someone who will love you for whatever height you are. And you don't even know if that's why she's not dating you. It's obviously not, as Sean said. But like, just assuming that's why people aren't dating you, that's dumb. But also, when he was, what did he say? Something like, people are allowed to discriminate against short people when dating. Yeah, that's because they're not a company. They're not a corporation. It's not life or death. You know, like people aren't gonna die because they didn't date someone,
Yeah.
but they will die if they can't get a paycheck at a company. You know what I mean? So that is a dumb comparison.
How dare you compare it to like oppressed groups? Like you are not
Yeah,
oppressed, my guy.
yeah, dude. Like you're not getting pat downs at the airport. You're not, getting random checks like by police officers. So
Nobody's watching you while you shop.
yeah, no
Yeah.
one's yelling racial obscenities at you because you're, Asian descent because of COVID or some shit. You know what I mean? Like there's so many other people that are way, 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 way more discriminated
Really
than
true
you in the
shit, yeah.
world. And to compare yourself to them is just actually disgusting. You know
It
what I
is.
mean?
And height is not, I mean, granted, shorter guys probably, you know, might not have a shot with like a lot of other people, and that's okay. But sometimes your
Yeah.
personality got to be bigger than that. You know, you can't be as what you were, like you're saying you're short, and then be fucking creepy at the same time. Like you're really blowing your chance, my guy. Like so
Yeah.
you just need to step up and have a personality. And if you're just a creepy motherfucker, just say that. Like just leave
Yeah.
people alone.
I beg
Yeah.
of you to watch other movies, please.
Yeah, don't watch
Yeah,
the
don't watch
Joker.
Joker.
Joke,
That's not.
you are cut off from that movie, my friend.
Yes.
Yeah, watch Stuart
Okay.
Little. That guy's got so much swag.
He
You would
I've
does.
learn
heard
from
I've heard Paddington 2 is really good. It has a 99 on
Oh,
Rotten Tomatoes.
I I just
That's
meant
that.
little because,
Oh,
All right, let's get off this short subject because I'm not having it right now. I'm just kidding. It
Just
doesn't
kidding.
bother me that I'm short. Like I'm actually fucking
Yeah.
proud of my height. I always tell my wife, I'm like, man, babe, if I was 6 foot tall, you're on your own. Like you in trouble. Like with my fucking
god damn.
personality. Yeah, I'm just,
I can't wait for her to host this show and fucking
Nah,
roast you.
She's like,
she will
one more
roast me.
she's like, "One more comment, and I'll leave your ass."
Yeah, she probably would, and I would fucking cry.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh god. All right. So it's a wild story. So again,
Holy.
we'll put the links on our show notes so that way the Wikimaniacs can read because this guy is something else.
Delusional. Yeah.
Delusional as fuck.
Yes. All right. So we're moving on to the next story. This one is quite lengthy, so I'm gonna get through with it first, and then I want to hear your comments on it because I know Sean is on a time crunch, so I'm gonna try to speed run it.
So
And this
we
one is a listener sent story from our awesome listener Drella. She's very active on social media. So
what's up, Drella?
all right. So title is Petty Revenge. Fuck around and find out. So Drella writes, I spent a day or two editing this to cut it down as much as possible. This takes place across about a year and a half, so it's understandably a little long. Sorry. I started a job at a hardware store as a cashier, and I was trained by a girl we'll call Snorlax. She was determined to take me under her wing and be best friends. I didn't argue with her. She scared the crap out of me, so I just stayed quiet and let her talk at me. Snorlax was something special. Basically, a struggling single mom with the snotty attitude of an entitled Karen, and that was if you were on her good side. On bad days, she would damn near come to blows with customers and coworkers. Screaming at the top of her lungs was not uncommon. Around men, she was different. She was a very flirty girl. She told me she was looking for a dad for her unruly young son. At the time, I really didn't care. I was fresh off of civil but upsetting divorce, so her casting a big net really did not affect me. I do not usually shit where I eat, as the saying goes. At this time, there's going to be shit later on too.
Oh
Uh,
no.
At this time, I was specifically warned by Snorlax to never flirt with a guy we'll call Cubone in the lumberyard. She
Nice.
would overtly flirt with him in front of customers and coworkers, which got awkward a lot. Literally crossing her arms under her boobs and bending forward to talk to him, touching him constantly, turning everything he said into her dirty jokes, double entendres, left and right. It was jaw dropping. She might as well have flashed a neon sign in his face that just says, "Fuck me."
Did he reciprocate? Because if not, that's definitely
Seems
workplace
assaulty.
harassment.
Ah. And God forbid I was friendly with him when he'd check out in my line. She'd come at me like a storm to interrogate me on everything that Cubone and I chatted about. It was nuts. Like, what am I supposed to do when ringing him up? Eyes down, single syllable answers? Anyway, cut to almost 6 months later, the store manager opened up the lead position of our department and invited me to apply. I didn't tell anyone because, I don't know, that seems kind of odd to share. Anyway, I got promoted to be lead of the department above
Oh yeah.
Snorlax, and
Nice.
she lost it. It was now officially I was now officially on her bad side. She'd tell anyone who would listen that I slept with the store manager to get my job, that I lied on,
Oh, Jesus.
that I
Lame.
lied on my application for the position, that I sabotaged her application somehow. Now I was in her crosshairs and it was miserable.
Yeah, that's not okay. That you could probably report that to HR for sure.
Facts. Lucky for me, I didn't have to try to navigate that very long. Snorlax was finally fired for going full Karen mode on too many customers and too many coworkers. To be clear, I had nothing to do with this. Management had been working on it well before I was hired, let alone promoted. A petty part of me, though, looked up from the cash registers to see two managers walking her out with a bag of stuff from her locker, and I wanted to throw confetti. Coincidentally, Lumberyard Cubone was checking out a register next to mine at the same time she was being walked out. She made a beeline for the guy and tried to pressure him into giving her his phone number. I tried to ignore the conversation as much as possible, just staying busy at another register, hoping she doesn't realize I'm standing right next to her. He avoided the question and pretended not to own a cell phone. While I was mid cringe, her escort reminded her and she had to leave now. I hear a clatter and the candy display next to me was wrecked, and she literally screamed at me out of nowhere like an unhinged banshee. Fuck you!
Oh,
Oh
God.
Jesus.
I jerked away from her in surprise and she stormed out. I look at Lumberyard Cubone, who's just as shocked as me, and said, "Dang, dude, I wasn't the only one who refused to give her my number. What the heck?" He just shook his head and started helping to clean up the mess. Sorry, guys, it's so long.
No, that's okay. That's so funny. He's just so oblivious. He's like, what the fuck?
After that, she liked to spend her weekends trespassing on the property to talk crap about me.
Jesus
And
Christ.
right,
Get a life.
Holy.
I walked past her dozens of times only to hear her do the typical mean girls crap of obviously hushing herself and the worker she was talking to, staring at me and giggling. By the end of next month, she had multiple departments repeating ridiculous rumors about me. No matter how many times I reminded management that she's supposed to be banned from the property for a year, they didn't bother enforcing the rules. I kept my head down and my mouth shut, determined to stay on the high road, and many of my coworkers familiar with the drama did defend me, so that was reassuring. Then I get called into a meeting with management that is literally about these rumors of sleeping around, stealing, cutting corners, anything bad that good old Snorlax could think of. I
Oh my
wanted to
God.
scream because the whole meeting just felt so inappropriate. This proving of negative feels impossible. How do I prove I'm not sleeping with 60% of the staff? And even if I wanted to prove that, why the hell is management asking me to explain myself? Coworkers dating isn't against the rules, especially because the family who owns the company notoriously married employees of the company.
Oh,
Ooh.
no.
The fuck?
And this is when things plot thickens.
What?
So,
Wait.
The plot has been thick for a while, my
oh,
friend.
it's getting thicker. This is
Oh
where
my
things
God.
escalate even more. For weeks while this went on, I had kept repeating in my head that stupid adage, never wrestle with a pig. You just get dirty and the pigs enjoy it. I left that meeting feeling so angry, so frustrated, and just helpless. I didn't know what to do, and the little angel on my shoulder hadn't been one bit of help. So screw it. Let's consult the devil on the other shoulder. The
Ooh.
consensus was this. Fuck it. Let's get dirty. First order of business, I asked Cubone to accompany me and a group of gossipy coworkers to the bar. He turned out to be really friendly dude who was absolutely terrified of Snorlax. I was surprised by that considering she practically salivated at the sight of him at work. He shrugged that off and said he liked the attention, but she was such a psycho. He didn't want to reject her and make her mad, but he also definitely did not want to date her. I learned a lot about Lumberyard Cubone that evening. He was actually a pretty sweet guy, which was good. It made my plan more fun to execute.
She's
So
gonna
by the
fuck Cubone.
Gonna give him the bone.
yeah, that's right. By the end of the night, he and I were toasty drunk and best friends, and now our fellow coworkers at the local watering hole with us finally has something new to gossip about with Snorlax. It took less than a week later for Snorlax to be in my Facebook DMs going absolutely feral, telling me to stay away from her man. She saw him first, threatening to
Oh
ruin my
my
face so he won't even look at me anymore. Just crazy stuff. I don't reply to any of it, watching her get more and more worked up at each read receipt. And after a particularly vicious barrage of hate messages from Snorlax, I dropped my well earned ammunition back at her. A selfie of her beloved Cubone being kissed on the cheek by yours truly.
Got him.
Good Lord, I thought she had been feral before. If just talking of him at work sent her into fits, being seen at a bar in a group outing sent her into the stratosphere. This photo coyly snapped and saved photo sent her into the fucking orbit. I just watched streams of text flying up the screen, declined call after call, and responded to none of it. I had my fun screenshotting and saving voicemails of her scream crying that I ruined her life and lots of creative threats towards me. I saved it all, shared it all with my roommate and sister, my closest darlings, and she lost steam and finally moved on. I didn't see her at work more than once or twice after that, and Cubone and I remained good friends. And quite a while after, Cubone and I did hook up a couple of times.
Oh,
Hell yeah.
nice.
Oh,
Yeah. But it wasn't related to being petty at Snorlax. Too long didn't read. Don't push Drella to listen to the demons. I will steal your man.
Jesus. That is like just insane obsession over nothing. Like,
Yeah.
because she got a promotion. Like, oh my God. It's just so sad. And Sean, I think you said it at one point. You said, get a life. And it's like, yeah, just
Yeah.
once you get fired, move on. Find another, like,
Mhm.
it's clear there was reasons to be fired for obvious harassment issues. But yeah, that is a good revenge story. Like minimal damage and
Just one
sounded
angry
like
person.
yeah, it sounded like she fucked off. So good for you.
It's almost as if openly sexually harassing customers will stop you from getting promoted. A wild assumption to make here, but maybe a bad idea, I think.
Also, when you were like, "Oh, she's back spreading rumors," and then everyone's believing them, I'm like, "Is she Q? Is she QAnon?" Just has
Is
the
this
influence to
you?
convince people dumb shit.
All right, we got to speed run 14 minutes of this because Sean got to leave. So the
So we
next story is from an r/true off my chest subreddit titled "I'm a Gold Digger."
Oh,
So I, 29 female, grew up in a rotting trailer home. I'm reasonably intelligent, but nothing special. I was middle of the pack all through school. I went to an okay college. I got an airtight degree and was hired to a fine job. I did everything I was supposed to do, and I was still struggling, and I could barely pay rent. I, I can
yeah,
relate.
feel that.
Yep. The only thing that really set me apart was the fact that I'm attractive. Blonde hair, blue eyes, petite, thin. I got hit on a lot. I dated a few guys, but it always felt like there were excuses to show me off, not to get to know me. I worked at an accounting firm. One of the biggest clients was always super friendly to me when he came in, finding excuses to stop and talk to me. I obviously knew what he did for work. I knew that he had money. So one day when he mentioned he was going to a restaurant downtown after work for happy hour, I dropped the, "Oh, I've always wanted to go there." And a few hours later, I was sitting across from this sweet older man eating the best meal of my life.
Nice.
He was 45 at the time. I was 26. He was cute, but not my usual type. I found him a little boring. Still, I pushed the relationship forward, and a year later, had a 3-carat diamond on my finger.
Holy moly.
God
Ah,
damn.
ooh, got him. I was living in a gorgeous house. I had a closet full of expensive clothes. I got to travel for the first time. I wasn't sick with worry every day that my bank account would overdraw. My husband is incredibly good to me, not just financially, but emotionally. He values my opinion, he considers my feelings, he apologizes when he does something wrong, and actually corrects his behavior in the future. Our sex life is incredible. Yes, sometimes his stock market talks bores me to tears, but I genuinely love and appreciate him for who he is. I'm pregnant with our first child, and he is so involved and excited. I have a lot of guilt about why I initially got involved with my husband. I would do anything for him now, but for about the first 6 months of our relationship, all I worried about was keeping him interested so I would have a way out of my mediocre life. I can't talk to anyone about it. Just wanted to say it out loud, I guess. Judge away. I'm ready.
I
I I
am
think
not.
you're good now.
Yeah. Plus, I don't think anyone can judge you. You know, we're in a I'm gonna go on my socialist left wing. We're in like a society where like you have to either make a lot of money or be with someone who makes a lot of money to survive because like it is tough out there. And like she said, she did what she needed to do. She got a degree. She got a decent job and was still struggling and worrying day to day about what a paycheck would be or whether she had money. And so, like, no one can fault you for looking at different ways to survive, basically.
Yeah.
And so I think the situation you're put in is terrible, but I mean, it seems like you have grown to love what you're in, whether that's Stockholm syndrome or just you actually do enjoy your husband's company and the lifestyle. But I don't think anyone can judge you on that.
Yeah,
Sean?
I mean, uh I think if at this point you didn't care and love for him, I think I would be a little bit judgy, not gonna lie.
Okay,
Uh, as
you're a
someone
dick.
who doesn't make a lot of money and whose wife doesn't make a lot of money, you don't have to fucking, sell yourself out to live a life. You just have to, if that's, I don't know. I have lots of friends that aren't fucking gold digging, uh,
John
living
is.
totally acceptable life. John
I,
is.
I I am a gold digger for sure.
But I'm not. I want to say Josh isn't, or
No.
Sienna. So I mean, I don't know. You don't have to gold dig. So I feel like if you want to judge somebody for being a gold digger, you could judge people. We judge people here on the daily.
Yeah. But I just
So
don't think it's the worst thing to do, you know what I mean? Like,
No,
you're providing someone with company and, like, it seems
I
like she's
I think if you're
reciprocating.
lying to them about how you emotionally feel about them, I do think that's kind of fucked up.
I would say this, if you're just getting it to get married and then divorce them to get their money, I think that's where I
that's
I would judge you,
yeah.
but it sounds like she actually wants to build a life with him and is willing to go through that, so, I
That's
mean
now though.
yeah,
That's what I'm
well, yeah.
saying. Like
The
now,
intentions, the intentions, of course,
the
initially
intentions
sounded
initially were not
gold digging
were
ish.
not great. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Sure.
And I think you can, if you want to, judge that.
yeah.
Uh,
Okay.
But we can also like put two and two together in a way that, in a way, they kind of both benefited out of the situation. You
Yeah.
know, like the guy wanted a hotter, younger companion, and she wanted someone rich, and it just happens that they kind of, you know, kind of ended up together. So I think it's a win-win. And from the sounds of it, I don't think it's Stockholm syndrome. Like he does sound,
he
he
sounds
does
like he
sound, he sounds like
genuinely
a
cares,
yeah.
and like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
He sounds
I'm
like
like
you
a
said, he's emotionally supportive.
that
Uh,
was, like, 98% of jokes.
but yeah, so like I think in this situation, like they both kind of lucked out with each other.
Yeah.
So I mean, it is what it is. I think she's also like self-aware that like, hey, I did come in this relationship with the intentions of gold digging, but hey,
Yeah.
guess what? Shit changed. My feelings for him is actually better now. And now we have a healthy relationship and about to start a family. So it's a win-win for everybody in life.
Yeah,
mhm.
I mean, it does suck, like I said, that you felt like you needed to do that to get the lifestyle that you wanted, but, I mean, you did it and it seems to work out, and then, I know some comments are probably gonna be about the age difference, but she was, what, 25, 26.
26.
Yeah, you're an
And he
adult
was
at
like
You're
that
an
age.
40.
adult
Yeah.
at that point.
You're an
You
adult.
she like, when does the brain stop developing? 24, 25. Like, you know
And
you're
you've seen shit at 26. You've been in that corporate lifestyle where it's
yeah.
like, yeah, it's fucking burning. So like you probably was like, you know what, I want out of this shit.
Yeah, it's still weird, but I would say it's not
As
predatory, I guess is the right
yeah,
word.
that makes sense. Sean, you got room for one more if we speed run this?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I'll just need y'all to apologize to my wife. But
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, we
Sorry,
will.
Nancy.
Sorry, this is John's fault.
It is my fault. All right, last story before Sean needs to get off. This is from r/confessions, posted by user throwaway account 0438. Title is Today I Shit Myself on the Bus.
Here we go. Main event.
And this is
Nice.
gonna be funny, Josh, because like I picked this because this is kind of perfect for our TikTok. They put an edit
Oh.
saying, if anyone sees this on TikTok, can you please drop the @ I'd love to read the comments. I have read every single comment here, loving the fact everyone else is sharing their shit stories. That was for you, Josh.
Wait, this
Perfect.
isn't listener submitted, right?
No, this is from Reddit.
That's
Okay.
funny.
So the story reads as this. Today I went out with a friend for food and drinks. Everything was going well until the bus home. After leaving the restaurant, I realized I need to shit. No problem, I can hold it till I get home around 25 minutes. What I didn't realize is that it would be the type of explosive diarrhea that was physically
Oh.
impossible to hold in. We get on the bus. Everything is fine. About 5 minutes in, I start to feel the shit right away at my butthole. And I'm like, holy fuck, I think it might happen. My friend is sitting beside me and there is a person behind me. There's no way this can be happening. I start to get this really sharp pains in my stomach and can literally feel the shit moving through my stomach. I was clenching so hard, trying to get the
Oh.
shit sucked up back into my bowels, and it just
Oh.
wasn't happening. I started sweating, and all of a sudden, 2 lumps of watery shit comes flying out of my asshole.
Oh.
The smell was diabolical.
Oh.
I play it off really embarrassed, telling my friend I farted and my stomach is really sore. We kind of just laughed it off. Luckily, she's getting off in 2 stops. The smell comes and goes, and at this stage, it doesn't even smell like a fart. It just smells like straight up shit.
Oh, no.
I'm so fucking embarrassed at this point.
Good
She gets off
God.
the bus and nobody's making a fuss at all, but I'm still so embarrassed that this is happening. Almost crying in my seat as I sit in my own shit for the next 20 minutes. I wait until the bus is completely empty until I got off because I refuse to walk past anybody and them get a whiff of shit off of me.
Jesus.
I get off 5 stops after my stop and run home with shit in my pants. Now I'm at home writing this, still smelling like shit after a 30-minute shower because I literally can't tell anybody, but now I see how funny but disgusting this is, but I couldn't help it. Moral of the story, don't eat chili at your aunt's house if you plan on going anywhere the next day. Nobody is safe.
Oh man, that is brutal.
Good God.
I mean, it does happen to some people, but that sounds like it happens worse than what Sean, like how Sean alluded to, like
Yeah,
a
I
little
just
bit.
alluded to a little wet fart. You know what I mean?
Now this is like
This is
Next level.
life altering.
That you can no longer be friends with that person.
I think
It's
they
over.
know when the smell lingered. I
Yeah.
think they knew.
yeah.
They're
It's
like,
over.
oh man, that's not a fart, bro.
You have to move, I think now.
That's
Move
like an extreme
cities.
shart, bro.
Yeah, you can't ride the bus anymore, unfortunately. It
So
will destroy our atmosphere and our environment, but you have to drive a car now.
So
You
what
get-
I'm gonna do, if Josh ends up posting this on TikTok, I'll actually comment on the link of our TikTok. So like, hey, look at all the people are saying about your shit.
We just tag him in the post.
Yeah, tag me in a post too. We can do that as well.
Yeah.
Oof.
All right. Let me rapid fire this outro for Sean so he can get the hell out. That's it for our Reddit stories this week. But stick around after the ad break, and you will be hearing this day in history that happened on September 5, written by Cultivate's very own Alex Underbaki from Weird Distractions Podcast. Stick around and enjoy the ads. Buy some products from our sponsors so they won't kick us out. Bye.
Bye. Hot girl summer is coming to an end, ladies. But that doesn't mean the end of smooth legs and scaped sacks. If you and your man haven't been scaping your bikini lines and his jugs down under, it's not too late to grab the best tools to sweep up those pesky pubes. The leader in below-the-waist grooming is here to make sure your pubes are feeling smoother than a beach ball and to make sure his nuts smell fresher than your pumpkin spice. Start the new season the right way and join over 6 million individuals worldwide who trust Manscaped with this exclusive offer for you. 20% off and free worldwide shipping with the code REDDIT at manscaped.com. The Manscaped Performance Package 4.0 has everything you need to keep that summer bod in check for the fall. Whether you're gifting it to your man or using it on your bikini line, let's keep your brushes tamed with the Lawnmower 4.0 trimmer. Their package also includes the Weed Whacker ear and nose hair trimmer, the Crop Preserver ball deodorant, the Crop Reviver toner, performance boxer briefs, and a travel bag to hold all your goodies. Their Lawnmower 4.0 trimmer features a cutting-edge ceramic blade to reduce grooming accidents thanks to their advanced skin-safe technology. The Lawnmower 4.0 has a 7,000 RPM motor and a new multi-function on-off switch that can engage a travel lock and gives you the ability to turn the 4000K LED spotlight on and off when needed for a more precise shave. And did I mention this trimmer is waterproof too? Whether you're hopping in the shower or hitting up the lake, this razor will devour even the strongest pubes. Real strong on the H's there. Now that you have the perfect haircut, use Manscaped's liquid formulations to keep that freshness even at the hottest barbecues. Most importantly, use the Crop Preserver ball deodorant to stay cool in the heat. With a soothing aloe vera formula, it's the best in the business for below-the-waist freshness, and this clear drying formula will keep looking good while smelling good. Manscaped even threw in 2 free gifts to their Performance Package 4.0, the Manscaped Boxers and the Shed Travel Bag, which will both bring your comfort to another level. And if you're not taking your man to get a pedicure, then he needs the Shears 2.0, a luxury nail grooming kit. This kit includes stainless steel nail cutters, tweezers, and grooming scissors. With the Performance Package, his sack will be smoother than beach balls, but make sure you cover the rest with the Shears 2.0. So, if all of that sounds great to you, you can get 20% off plus free shipping with the code REDDIT at manscaped.com. That's 20% off plus free shipping with the code REDDIT at manscaped.com. Hot Girl Summer doesn't need to end when you and your man keep it smooth all season long. Fist bump.
What's up, Wikimaniacs? Support for today's episode comes from True Classic. This brand new sponsor has the absolute best fitting t-shirts a man can buy. Finding the right t-shirt with a little bit of a dad bod is incredibly frustrating. Trust me, I know. Most t-shirts are either way too tight on your gut or look way too big and boxy. You're not in high school anymore, my guy, and it's time to upgrade. True Classic has already helped over 2 million men finally get a better fit at an affordable price. Our listeners get access to the best deal they offer. For a limited time only, you can get 25% off with the code REDDIT at trueclassic.com. Again, that's promo code REDDIT at trueclassic.com. Let's tell you a story right now, okay? So almost all men's t-shirts are designed to look good on skinny models with six-packs. But most of us, including myself, aren't packing anything but a few beers. Or in my case, boba. Fellas, you are wearing the wrong clothes, let me tell you that. True Classics tees taper off towards the bottom, but they fit tighter around the chest, shoulders, and it's time to highlight your best attributes with a t-shirt you can always confidently throw on. Wikimaniacs, you know I pride myself in being a short king, but even though I am royalty, it is very difficult for me to find proper size clothing. Whether shirts are too small, too tight, too loose, but True Classic is just the perfect fit for me and my body that's fueled by boba and rice. Not only are you finally getting a t-shirt designed for the male body, but the first thing you'll notice is how soft it is. It's daddy material, baby. Get ready to make a thrift shop run because you won't be able to go back to cheap materials once you try these on. True Classic doesn't just stop at t-shirts. They are your one-stop shop for men's essentials, super easy and simple to fill out your wardrobe. From polos and workout shirts with the same flattering fit to boxer briefs designed with a pouch to keep your bulge nice and comfortable, all of their gear is top-notch quality at reasonable prices. They have this dope pack builder on their website where you can actually custom bundle all of your essential products and save even more than the discount we're offering you today. And for any of the big boys out there, they have long body options for the tall guys and up to XXXL on their staple colors. Whether you have abs or flabs, their clothes look great on all body types. Let's stop beer belly shaming with better clothes. So yes, dads, listen up. The ladies listening know exactly what we're talking about too. Big dudes, small dudes, my dudes. True Classic has you covered. So it's about time you learn how to dress yourself properly. Upgrade your wardrobe with True Classic. Get 25% off at trueclassic.com with the promo code Reddit. Again, that's promo code Reddit. Free shipping included on purchases over $100. 100% risk-free guarantee with a 30-day return policy. Stay classy with True Classic. Your dad bod will thank you. Well, let me tell you something, Wikimaniacs. Welcome to This Day in History, a series where we take you back in time, where we learn more about what happened on this day throughout history. So you might be wondering why I'm rocking the championship belt right now. You shall see very soon. So today's date is September 5th, 2022. And for today's throwback, we're going to be given a real SmackDown segment. Shout out Alex, that was very smooth. As many longtime listening Wikimaniacs know, we are a big fans of wrestling. Speaking of we, that's just me and Sean. Josh just watches hockey, I guess. Anyways, during this week's This Day in History, we're finally going to be touching on wrestling and discussing the birth of Jose Jorge Arriaga Rodriguez, also known as Sin Cara. Jose, according to resources, was born on September 5th of 1977 in El Paso, Texas. Jose left the cradle and entered the ring at the Burgess High School. It's there where he apparently placed third in the state wrestling championship. Based on reports, Jose had aspirations to become a professional wrestler, but like many professional wrestlers, they needed to fund their dreams. To do this, he supposedly worked in his grandfather's funeral home in Juarez, Mexico. Now, before you go panic thinking that he did this without any training or education, Jose actually obtained a degree in embalming and funeral director services in Mexico. But his dreams of professional wrestling weren't buried with his work at the funeral home. In the early 2000s, Jose would wrestle under the name Mystico. By early 2004, he began working regularly for Lucha Libre AAA worldwide. Jose then changed his ring name from Mystico to Incognito instead. Jumping to 2005, Incognito began doing independent gigs both in Mexico and in the United States. It wouldn't take long for things to get big for our man Jose. So in 2006, he would participate in the Total Nonstop Action Wrestling, or TNA for those who know, in the 2006 World X Cup tournament as a part of Team Mexico. And according to Wikipedia, following his appearance for TNA, Incognito began working regularly for the National Wrestling Alliance, NWA for short, often teaming up with fellow luchador Psicodelico Jr. Jose would go on to try out for the WWE, or World Wrestling Entertainment, in December of 2009 under the name of Jorge Arias. He would then go on to make multiple appearances, masked or unmasked, for the WWE. By 2011, Jose started going by the ring name Sin Cara, and for those wondering why the name Sin Cara, according to the WWE website, the name literally means without face. So, happy birthday to you, Jose, on this day. And thanks for the entertainment you provided us in the ring. And thanks to the following resources for today's feature: famous birthday websites, Wikipedia page on Sin Cara, and the WWE website on Sin Cara. And also want to say a big thank you to our writer, Alex Underbaki, for putting all this together, and to our amazing patrons who we can't do this show without. So we're going to give you a proper shout out because y'all the champs. So, want to say big thank you to Vina, Linz, Gabby, Aaron, Taru, Alex, Valentina, Micah, Yulia, Katie, Blue Reina, Christina, Dan, Phantom Fox 98, Susan, Freenome, Sarah, Marianne, Miss Doolittle, Jasmine, Alexis, Michelle, Danielle, Crystal, Jen, Naya, Lena, Erica689, Diana D, Catherine, your girl Diana, Drella, Kieran, Risa, Tiffany, Chantel, Marine, Dominique, Amber, Carter, Corey, Elizabeth, Leanne, Jenny, Jen, Ekaterina, Mariana, D, Carrie Berry, Rachel, Dan, Paula, Ringo, Casey, Caitlin, Alex, Megan, Sasha, Ashley, Nelly, Itzel, Noah, Reed, Amber, Losalini, Sky, Andy, Saskia, Ariori, Little Rosie, Kibra, Brittany, Haley, Cecily, CJ, Ashley, Ali, Michelle, Jacqueline, Adam, and Amanda. Thank you so much for your amazing support. And now, back to your boys to close the show off. That's it this week, Wikimaniacs. Sorry this is such a rushed episode. We got things to do. We got people to see. We would love to hear your thoughts, however, on this episode. So engage with us on TikTok, YouTube, join our Discord channel, post your stories on our subreddit like our listener Drella, and make sure to tell your friends all about us. We will see you this Friday for another Am I the Asshole episode. Until then, toodles. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, y'all.
Expert in fucking, I don't know.
Great power.
For the fifth time, it's your boy Sean coming